Today I'm showing you 4 different kinds of healthy, filling, and flavorful smoothies that you can make at home. I'm also going to go over how to make a filling smoothie. So I always use the fiber plus fat plus protein formula. What this means is I make sure that my smoothie always has at least one ingredient from each of those categories. The first component is fiber. So fiber is most commonly found in fruits when you're making a smoothie. You can also add veggies like spinach. Sometimes people add beans like lentils. Those blend in really well and they add a bunch of fiber. You can also add rolled oats and seeds. Fiber helps you stay full longer, which is great when you're looking for a satisfying smoothie. Next up is protein. And when you hear protein in smoothies, you may think protein powder. You can add protein powder to a smoothie, but you don't have to make it high protein and filling. I like adding yogurt. You can add Greek yogurt, you can add vegan yogurt. I like to add soy yogurt or pea protein-based yogurt if it's vegan because those are highest in protein. Yogurts like coconut and almond usually don't have as much protein, so you may not get as much of that benefit, but it'll still make your smoothie super creamy. The last category is fats, and healthy fats are so important in a balanced diet because they help with brain health and heart health, and they really do help you stay full because when you have fat, it slows down your digestion, and that means that you're going to be full longer than if you have a meal without fat. So I love adding avocado, and that Greek yogurt also has fat in it if you're using a whole fat option. And you can also add in those nut butters for fats and seeds. You'll see that a lot of these categories overlap. So adding chia seeds is a great way to add some fiber, but it also adds in some protein and healthy fats. I also have a blog post that goes over all of these smoothies, how to build a better smoothie using that formula, and more tips and tricks to make a delicious smoothie. Now, before we get started, I want to go over equipment. You do not need a really high-powered blender to make most smoothies. My blender, and I'm a food blogger, so I should probably remedy this. My blender I got at a thrift store a few years ago, and it makes all these smoothies just fine. As long as you're adding enough liquid and you're not overworking the blender, you'll be able to make all of these smoothies. You can also use a food processor if you prefer. If you're making a food processor though, I recommend doubling the recipes because you don't want to have too little liquid since it is a bigger container. Now, before we get started, I do want to say everyone has different nutrition needs. So one of these smoothies may be filling for me or for someone else and not for you. That's okay. You can just add more ingredients or you can take away ingredients. These smoothies are all really easy to customize to fit your needs, and like I said, that post is going to have a lot of information on things you can add to smoothies to make them even more satisfying. This first one is a lemon blueberry smoothie, and it's made with rolled oats, so it's extra filling. Start by adding 3/4 cup of frozen blueberries. You can use fresh blueberries that have been frozen or pre-packaged frozen blueberries. Add 1/3 cup of rolled oats. I haven't tried this with instant oats, but it should work just fine. Then add 6 ounces of plain Greek yogurt. You can use flavored yogurt too, and you can use vegan yogurt. 6 ounces is about 3/4 cups or the size of a single serve carton. Add in 1/2 cup milk of choice, then add in 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. You can use flaxseed instead or even hemp hearts. Add in the zest from 1 lemon and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. That's from about half of a small lemon. And that's it. Now you just put the lid on and blend until it's nice and smooth. You can always add extra milk if you need to thin it, or if you need to thicken it up more, you can just add in a handful of frozen blueberries. Next up, we have a chocolate peanut butter smoothie. This one also has some coffee in it, and it uses a banana. I start by slicing 1 ripe banana, and then I put those slices on a cutting board, making sure they're not touching each other, and I put that in the freezer to freeze the banana slices. This makes it so that the smoothie is cool and icy. Those bananas should freeze in just about 2 to 3 hours. So add those frozen bananas to the blender, then add in 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. This is the kind that you use for baking. 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. So I'm doing 1/2 cup of milk. This is unsweetened soy milk, and 1/2 cup of coffee here. If you want a 100% coffee or 100% milk smoothie, you can do that. I like to cut them in half so that the coffee's not too strong, and I think the coffee adds something really nice to the smoothie. It makes it seem like a very decadent breakfast smoothie. And that's all for this smoothie. Just put the lid on it and blend it until it's super creamy. This one is very creamy and honestly reminds me of a milkshake. Next up, I have a triple berry smoothie. So this one is made with 1 cup of fresh spinach. You can use a half cup frozen spinach instead if you prefer. Add in your triple berries, so that's blackberries, raspberries, and blueberries. And I buy a package that has all of them together already, but you can make your own if you prefer. Add in 1 small container Greek yogurt or yogurt of choice. I'm using vanilla here, but you can use plain or any kind of berry flavor. Add in 1 tablespoon of hemp hearts. These break down really well in the smoothie and you won't even know that they're there. Add in 1 tablespoon of sunflower seed butter. This is a nice neutral allergy-friendly butter that adds a bit of protein. And add in 1 cup of orange juice. This makes it really bright and zesty. I tried this smoothie with soy milk and it just wasn't as good. So I definitely recommend doing orange juice. And blend until nice and smooth. Last but definitely not least is this ginger peach yogurt smoothie. This one starts with 2 cups of sliced frozen peaches. Once again, you can slice your own peaches and freeze them if you prefer. Add in 1 cup of diced frozen mango. Add in 1 container yogurt of choice. Once again, you can do Greek yogurt, plain yogurt, vanilla, or peach yogurt if you prefer. Add in 1 tablespoon of fresh minced ginger. This is where you get a lot of flavor in this recipe. And add in 1.5 cups milk of choice. Once again, I'm going with soy milk because it's my favorite creamy non-dairy milk and it also has a good amount of protein, so it makes the smoothie a lot more filling. Put that lid on and blend one more time and you have yourself a ginger peach yogurt smoothie. This one is super creamy, probably the creamiest of all 4 of the smoothies. And that's how you make 4 different kinds of smoothies that are not only healthy, nutritious, and satisfying, but also delicious. Now, if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. That's how I know to make videos that are like this, and I love making videos and recipes that you actually want. And leave a comment below letting me know which kind of smoothie you're going to make first. If I was going to make a smoothie right after this video, it would probably be that chocolate smoothie because it's so good and it's a lot like dessert. I release a new video every single Wednesday. I share tips to make eating plant-based easier. I'm always sharing only easy vegetarian and vegan recipes. See you next week.